So, Bruce, when it comes to talent, that's the other topic that's the top of mind for CEOs and, in fact, all the C-suite and our clients. And, there's very low unemployment. Companies are struggling to lure employees from one company to theirs. So they're trying to strengthen their employee value proposition. The other thing that we're seeing a lot of is they're investing more in succession planning to identify high potentials early and give them different experiences than they might otherwise have if they left them in very traditional career ladders, if you will. How do you think about that, and what do you do to develop the next wave of sales leaders and ultimately your successors? How do you think about that?
We spend a lot of time thinking about succession planning, about talent development, because we know the great brands are a factor of having great people.
Yeah.
You don't have great brands if you don't have good quality people helping build them from a marketing standpoint or a selling standpoint and keeping them strong in the marketplace. You have to be able to have wonderful people to be able to do that and keep them around so that you keep that talent pool strong. And so we do a number of different things. From a recruiting standpoint, we have recently become much more aggressive in our diversity and inclusion side. And so we are attempting to build our selling organization and our marketing organization as a whole, to be much more reflective of the consumer base that we service.
Okay.
And what we find when we do that is we bring better solutions to a broader perspective of the marketplace when we have the opinion, the idea, the foresight of what the marketplace is looking for from individuals that have diverse backgrounds. And it's working really well for us. And we're still in the relatively early stages, but I'm proud of the progress that we've made while we've been focused on this the last several years. And then once you get the right people in the organization, you have to help them grow. And you mentioned succession planning. It's a critical piece. So we do much the same thing I would think a lot of companies do. We look for our high potential individuals, the ones that have high performance and upside,
Yeah.
and then we invest in them. We do, for the entire organization, we have a Constellation University that has a broad range of learning experiences that can help give the individuals opportunities to learn more about what it is that they're working on, anything from business analytics to early stage management.
Okay.
We have a couple of very specific programs that we're working on right now, though. We have an emerging executive program. These are individuals that are in really critical middle management roles that we see being able to step into upper management over the course of time. And we've partnered with Harvard and Harvard Business Publications to be able to create a curriculum that is specialized just for them. And we just finished a cohort this particular week, and I'm thrilled with the people who went through it, thrilled with the reaction that they got out of it, and the skill sets that they have been building over the course of time. And we really reinforce the fact of how they can now use that information, use the skills they've built to build their own skills, but also to build their teams. And that's critically what's so important behind it.
Now, I know you're busy, but I'm also imagining that you drop in and spend some time with those people, the high potentials or the people in the university, certainly on the sales side and maybe more broadly.
Well, it is more broadly than that. And I'm actually the executive sponsor of the
Okay.
Emerging Executive Program.
Okay.
And it goes across our beer, wine, spirits business. It goes across the functionality of sales, marketing, supply chain, all of the operations side, finance, legal, the entire organization, high potential candidates from all the functional areas of our company. And I do take it very personally. I love doing it. I love seeing people grow, and it's amazing when you sit and you watch their eyes. You can almost see the light bulb coming over their head, and when they get a concept and then they start applying it. And it's even more rewarding when they come back to the class and we'll give you a success story and say, last time we talked about something,
Yeah.
and I've applied that, and this was my result. And you see the energy that they feed off of that. Yeah, it's great to do that.
Final question on talent. You've been very successful growing your career, and now from Crown Imports and now at Constellation Brands into a broader and bigger role. What advice would you give to somebody who's starting out, either in your business or maybe more general advice to somebody who wants to be in sales or in a commercial role?
Well, to me, the big thing, and I've learned this fairly late in my career, is there's a three-piece statement that one of my sons and I was actually on a chairlift in Breckenridge, Colorado, talking to the people that ride chairlifts with you, because you're never alone on a chairlift. So this particular day, we are riding up the hill with a ski patrol gentleman who was just retired from a business in Denver, and was talking about one of his friends. And he said his friend had a mantra that you need to, the first part of your career, be great at learning. In the middle of the part of your career, it's all about earning. At the end of it, it's all about returning.
Okay.
So the learn, earn, and return. To me, that was a new concept at the time. This was probably about 15 years ago. And I've really kind of adapted that over the course of time, although the change that I've made to it is you don't do those things in sequence, you do those things all the time.
Okay.
You should always be thinking about how you're stretching, how you're learning, how you're growing yourself. And as an executive, that helps your organization see how important that is. If you as an executive are investing in yourself that way, they will invest in themselves that way as well, or more likely to. You know, the earning part, we should all earn what our value is that we're driving to the company. And so we should never be shy about saying, I think I need, more resources here to help this from a personal standpoint if we really believe that we're driving that forward. And you should be always looking at that. And then the last piece is returning. And returning can be in mentoring. Returning can be in community service. It can be done in so many different ways. And oftentimes I'll have people early in their career say, well, I like the return idea. I just don't, have enough experience to do that. And the answer is, well, if you're in the business world, there are people in college that want to be in the business world, talk to some of them. Yeah. If you're in college still, talk to some people that are maybe graduating from the same high school you graduated from, spend time with them. Whatever it would happen to be, there's always someone that looks up to and aspires to be the spot you're at, and you can help them understand how to get there. And I think that's one of the greatest gifts that an executive can give is, mentoring and sponsorship.
I love that. In our business, we don't have beers and strong brands. Our brand are the people, and they go up and down the elevator every single day. So we need to have that strong development orientation in terms of returning from day one. And even for our youngest people, they can work with our interns and impart knowledge on them. And
exactly.
I hope that our partners do the same thing to grow the next wave of leaders in our firm.
Right. Well, that ensures multi-generational success.
Yes.
Versus a short window of success where you might be onto a great client or a hot topic or a great product that you have. But if you're not developing the next wave of leaders that are going to develop the next waves of products that you're selling or nurture the next client, it's going to just come to, it's not sustainable. It's going to come to an end at some point in time, and that can't happen on our watch.
Which makes talent such a critical component of the flywheel of growth.
Oh, it absolutely is. Yeah. No question.